Sydney.
I am Noel from Singapore.
And thank you for taking the time out to have a look at our small video. This is about our pre-conference in Hualien in Taiwan early September.
Mm. And I'd like to say that the session has always been interesting. We've tried it in Tokyo in 2013, and Tom has worked with another colleague, David Lyons, in the Singapore conference in 2014. And this workshop, a one-day version of a two-day actual workshop that we put out, it's the culmination of many years of inquiry about how leaders can lead in an ever-changing age, currently described in the literature as a volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous age.
So, just to give you a little bit of structure, we want to share with you information about why this session is important, what it's about, how it works, your takeaways, and who the session is aimed for. And contextualizing what Noel said, it is an abbreviated version of the two-day workshop. That two-day workshop is part of a whole change action learning initiative that takes a significant time because it's really about transformation at a deep level.
Indeed. So this is a teaser of a teaser.
Correct.
Mm.
So, Noel, who's this about? Who's it for?
I think because this is an IAF conference, we are reaching out to facilitator colleagues, and potentially if you have clients who are leaders in their own organizations coming along with you, this session offers something for both. For the first, for facilitator colleagues, we regard the work that we do with groups as a leadership work, because we birthed something that wasn't there prior or previously to the group's experience. And part of that is, for the title, we want to invite colleagues to consider what does it look like, what does facilitative adaptive leadership look like in reality, how does that impact the group, and how does therefore the group create something new for itself.
And addressing the why part, there was a significant word that Noel used there, and it's also in our title of our conference session. This word adaptive. So we live in a world it's been characterized with the acronym VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. It says today is an age which is unlike any other age that's been. And people don't know the right answer in terms of how to structure their lives, how to lead, what's the right organization, what sort of societal structure will work going forward. It's all unknown, it's all emergent. And therefore, in those circumstances where you actually don't know what the right answer is, it's indeterminable, it's too complex, the way forward is this thing called adaptive.
Indeed, and I think if you just consider the events of the last 2 weeks in Europe, right? Brexit is a clear example of living in this uncertain age. How do political, organizational, and societal leaders lead their respective constituencies into the unknown future?
So the work that we're going to do in the session will be aimed at exploring together, Noel, myself, and yourselves, about this thing called adaptive leadership, facilitative adaptive leadership. What does it mean? How does it show up? And interestingly enough, you'll find it shows up as an internal, not an external. Internal, personally, for ourselves as facilitators, as leaders, internally within organizations, because the same that applies to ourselves internally also applies within the organizational and societal sense. Adaptive and responses to it are these things deep within the iceberg that's not visible, and yet that's where successful transformative change comes from.
Yeah. So to carry on that theme, the session is really about going below the waterline, finding out what's there, and helping facilitators, participants who come in, to confront, encounter, and have a fresh relook about their assumptions, mental models, mindsets, and drives or push buttons about when they encounter uncertainty, and therefore how they adapt.
So the session is not about tools and techniques.
Mm.
However, you will see some innovative tools and techniques applied, mental frameworks, thinking models, all crafted together to
Mm.
deliver an experience that will change you. So in terms of takeaways, you'll be exposed to new methods or old methods crafted together in a unique design. You will
Mm.
also come out different with an appreciation of your adaptive scenarios, what
Mm.
you are like below the waterline, and where you may need to focus to develop and move forward. And you will also get glimmers of that new person for yourself and also within your organizational structure.
Right. And a key takeaway, if I would call it, is the experience to think about, concretize future scenario for yourself, and then receive coaching feedback from peers, fellow participants, and inputs from Tom and myself.
So, in summary, it's about adaptive responses, it's about deep work, practical outcomes, an action plan, and also movement on yourself at multiple levels. We look forward to working with you and having a really exciting, deep, will be fun filled, and
Yes,
highly experiential day in Whalin.
fantastic. We look forward to working and seeing you.
Bye now.
Cheers.